for God, for country, for truth, for justice, for the Republic. NeoCrusader.com.
People stop now, listen. You don't know what you're missing. The man will take you higher and be your one desire. You try to convince yourself God is nothing. You try to believe in something's not out there.
May 27th, 2017, Memorial Day weekend, episode 11, and the title of this podcast is The Ugly Truth. And for many reasons, we're going to experience that, but for none other reason that I am proud to say that I have my good friend Bigugly Dave Willis on with me. The Big Ugly is worldwide, baby. Dave, how are you?
Hey now, what's happening?
Oh man, I tell you what, a lot is happening, my friend. A lot is happening.
Well, I mean, hell, where do we begin on this, man? Let's just rock and roll and give them the ugly facts.
Well,
the ugly truth.
Yes, sir. What was it, just a couple days ago, we were talking back and forth, and I had mentioned that I heard, that the chatter is that they're going to try to impeach the president.
How stupid can the liberals be to impeach a man that was brought forth by the American people, that was brought forth by the voters of this country, that our founding fathers, in lieu of the Constitution, give us a right to vote for who we want in office? We sure as hell didn't need that lunatic Hillary Clinton. My God, if we did, we'd all be 6 feet and under, or we'd be chained up to a wooden fence somewhere.
Agreed.
How crazy is that?
Absolutely. Well, and you want to talk about Russian collusion? How much uranium under her watch did the Russians acquire? And
dude, she signed off on a deal for 20% of our uranium. I mean, give me a break.
Yeah.
You want to talk collusion? Let's talk the millions, hundreds of millions of dollars that the Clinton Foundation has taken in from the Russians and from other foreign countries. Come on. We want to talk illegal. We want to talk collusion. We want to talk scandal. We want to talk, my God, come on.
Well, we don't want to talk, and that's part of the problem, Dave, is that the media doesn't want to talk that. They didn't want to hear that. That was, that was sexist to say something about her. Time after time after time, we have seen conservative hosts, receive, their walking papers for things, and it blows my mind. It is so Orwellian in nature. Just all the way up until, to the night that, that we voted and that America took that step.
Here's the deal. The liberal idiots cannot accept the fact that Donald Trump is our president of the United States of America. None of them can accept it. It's like they're having a tizzy fit. Their diapers are wet. Someone's took their pacifiers, if you will. It's time to accept that this man has been voted on by the American people, by the voters that vote in this country legally,
yes,
and put this man in office. It's time to put up or shut up. Get out of the way. Let the man do his job.
Let him do what he, and that's a problem I've always had with politics, Dave, is that, you know, like in my profession, in my with my day job, you know, as a licensed professional, I could not tell a customer one thing and then not do that for them. I have to give that to them in writing, and you know, as a, you know, the company, any company legally is bound by that contract.
Right. Now look at this. Look at everything that we have going on in this country right now. I mean, we have, millions and millions of folks out of work. We have millions of folks on food stamps. The labor force is terrible. The housing is terrible. And we want to sit around.
The family unit has been destroyed.
Yeah, it's been totally destroyed.
Yep.
And, you know, and we want to sit and we want to worry about who the president is. Now, hold on just a minute. Let's think about this. If Hillary Clinton was president, do you think the Conservative Party would be doing what they're doing now?
Oh, there would be no, they would be, well, actually it would be one unified party at that point, I think. I think the whole world, if she had become president, it would be like that portal in Ghostbusters opening up. And I think it would have just ended.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It would just be, it's just amazing to me that we can sit around and we can bash this man, and you've got the lunatic Schumer, you've got the absolute nutso Nancy Pelosi, who looks and says, I'm not supporting this president. Well, hell, she don't even know who the president is sometimes.
Yeah, well, she either
come
wants,
on.
she either wants to impeach Bush, or she's in, you know, actually probably in her twilight years, because she just makes no sense sometimes.
You know, I have to applaud our fellow conservative broadcasters, man. You know, I was in the broadcasting field for over 25 years, and I still salute these guys, especially Hannity, especially Rush Limbaugh, because you know what? They ain't afraid to tell it the way the hell it is.
Well, and you know, Dave, that's the thing. It's been a chilling effect. My last episode, I was talking about how, you know, in Britain, you know, if you say something on social media, they come and knock on your door. If it's deemed hate speech, and that's newspeak, that's Orwellian newspeak. However we, you know, define this, you know, we define the reality, we define the paradigm, and then we decide, you know, what the outcome is. And you're punished if you say, no, that's the emperor is not wearing any clothes. I'm sorry, but he's naked.
But think about this. Think about this for a minute. Donald Trump didn't need this job.
No.
He didn't need this headache. He didn't need these problems. He didn't need to be tied down to running a country. He's running a successful, multi-billion-dollar business.
Right.
Why did he choose to run for president? Because he cares for the American people, and the liberals hate it. Well, they hate it.
Yeah. I think the man really, well, you're right. I mean, he could do anything he wants to do. And the thing about Donald Trump is he is putting his money as best as he can where his mouth is. And he is trying to do everything he can. Now, there are some really messed up things that I want to touch on, but you know, this isn't this isn't the president directly. You know, you asked me, what can we do about this? And I said, you know, we don't be just sunshine supporters. We're not on the Trump train just when it's shining and bright.
Absolutely.
You know, when there's 6 feet of snow out there, we're trudging through it. So I support him. You know, what else does he have to gain? I mean, I guess that is he's going to go down in history. And honestly, I think what else could a man who literally has everything have left? And that's his reputation. And I don't think the man would want to go down into history. I don't think he sees himself as an Adolf Hitler, and I don't think, for all the rhetoric you see on the mainstream media, that he would literally do that to his reputation. It makes no sense.
No, not at all. I mean, think about this. He started out, he borrowed $1 million from his father. He wanted to start a company. His dad lent him $1 million. He turned around and made it into a multi-billion-dollar enterprise.
Oh, yeah. And
I mean, think about that.
Well,
I mean, think, he's left such a lavish lifestyle that you and I would dream of each and every day. We would love to have that lifestyle.
I don't know. I kind of like Mount Hope, Dave. I kind of like Mount Hope.
Well, yeah, I agree, and I like Mount Hope as well. You and I are, Mount Hopians. But I mean, think about this for a minute. Think about this. I mean, he has left a multi-billion-dollar lifestyle.
Right.
I mean, a ravishing penthouse, all of his, his companies, his fortune, the whole nine yards. Why would he need to why would he need to be president of the United States? I mean, because he has sat down and he's asked himself, what can I do to make things better for the American people? I have what I want. My children have what they want. My grandchildren have what they want.
Oh, yeah.
I want the American people to have what they want.
Well, I think,
what is so wrong with that?
I think the man gets it that if he doesn't stand and deliver right now, that his grandchildren and his, quite possibly his own children will have nothing left of everything he's built. And that goes for all of us, man.
That's true.
I mean, we're either going to destroy ourselves or we're going to realize the American dream.
Think about this. We are our own worst enemy.
Yeah, it is. Freedom isn't just the right, not the right, but it's the ability to do good, but it's also the ability to do evil. So it can be our own worst enemy. Free will. That's the whole apple. It all goes back to there. But
yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. I mean, it's just it's just like you want to wring someone's neck to shake them and go, "Are you crazy? You got a man that's standing up for this country. America's strong again.
yes,
America's back." And you want to set us back?
Every time I see the president, the lyrics, "You never did think that it ever would happen again," just goes through my head.
Oh yeah.
Does it not? I mean,
yeah.
Should that not be his background music wherever he walks?
That should be some theme music. That should be some theme music.
But I mean, yeah, man, there's a lot to it. I mean, just this whole deep state. I mean, is it not a James Bond novel that we live in?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Because you think about this. Here we are. We're Bond wanted things so well in his movies for people. Then, of course, he ran into evil. The evil we're running into is the liberals.
Well, I want to put a name to it, Dave, and we were talking about that earlier. George Soros. And now I want you to understand that when I say James Bond, and few people understand this, few people have ever even heard this, but it's fact. And I will link to this underneath the media player on my podcast for everybody to go and check out for yourself if you just cannot believe what I'm saying. George Soros has, he is associated with, the quantum group, okay? He literally tried to short the British sterling pound and crash, the British government, their financial system. And MI5 hates him, and that is where the quantum group, or